Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyn, K-Y-N, and on behalf of ABC Travel Company, I'm your tour guide today. Today, we're gonna have a really special and appealing trip to visit a historical site, Rose Apple Orchard Historical Area. In the war of Vietnam with colonialism and imperialism of France and America in the past, the Vietnamese Liberation Army, especially in the south, got a characteristics of guerrilla army. Therefore, the system of tunnels were really useful and effective for the war in the South Vietnam. However, most of tourists did know about the most famous tunnels, Củ Chi Tunnel at Ho Chi Minh City. But in Mekong Delta, we also have many different systems of tunnels. And today, we're gonna discover one of them and how is it similar, how is different with Củ Chi tunnels. I'll review too when we come to the destination. And now, we're gonna come to the Rose Apple Orchard historical site. Ladies and gentlemen, please double check your belongings before leaving the bus. And we'll go around to visit the place first. Then we'll have picnic together inside of the orchard.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're standing in front of Rose Apple Orchard historical site. The greatest value when coming here is that you can understand, discover about history and some historical events related to this area. This location have a strong connection with the event Tet Offensive 1968. And let me give you some general information related to this event so that you can understand about it better.
The Tet Offensive in 1968 is one of the most important events for the Vietnamese War. This offensive happened in almost every city in the South Vietnam, and is also a big jumping for the Vietnamese Revolution. Let me tell you the context of the war at that time. More specifically, before 1954, the US government involved into the Vietnamese War every step from military aides, military advisor to direct interventions. And that was not until 1965, after the defeat of special warfare, the Americans decided to directly involve into the war in Vietnam, such as boosting the American manpower, supplies, and bombs. However, after 3 years, the Americans still didn't get any remarkable victory, despite wasting a huge number of money and even human lives in Vietnam theater. Knowing about that, in 1968, the South Vietnamese Liberation Army started the Tet Offensive with the goal of forcing the American government to make negotiations. The offensive happened in a long time. Both of Vietnam and the Americans suffered great damages and casualties. But finally, the victory came to the Vietnamese Liberation Army. This offensive was taking place in almost every city in the South Vietnam, including Cần Thơ.
The battle in Rose Apple Orchard happened on 6 days, which is 45 Vietnamese soldiers. And look at all the pictures, you can see how difficult and how fierce the battle was.
And as I have said to you, the South Vietnamese Liberation Army used guerrilla tactics. So using the tunnels to hide themselves and to escape from the injury of the bombs were really popular. Right here are the tunnels that soldiers used in the wartime. However, these are just the small ones. You know why? Because in Mekong Delta, the water level is really high. Moreover, every year we have flooding season. So, it's extremely hard to build the big systems of tunnels in Mekong Delta. So most of tunnels in Mekong Delta were usually used as bomb shelter and shelter pit. But we have another huge system of tunnels in Củ Chi, Ho Chi Minh City. If you had time, you should come there because at Củ Chi tunnels, you can see the way people cook and live underground in these tunnels. You can see the war was extremely fierce and the lives of soldiers were really difficult. However, all of these events belong to the past. Knowing about that, human beings can contemplate and experience their own lessons. And in the new context of our world, besides historical values, we can take many different advantages of this area. Rose Apple Orchard Historical Site, such a tourist potential. Right behind of this location is a big orchard of rose apples, getting a really nice view. Tourists can go picnic or take many nice photos, and for sure, they also can learn more history when coming here.
Gì không có chạy trước thì má. Có gì phải chạy chung nha. Mình cứ sợ.
Mở đèn đi. Để tôi mở đèn của tôi đó bà già ơi, bà già đợi tôi. Đây. Đừng không có gì. Không có gì hết á bà già. Bà già nhát quá.
Alright, so now our company have prepared picnic for you right here. You can enjoy the lunch, and when you finish, we can come back to our bus and come to the next destination. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Tôi bỏ ra. Tôi đã quay được rồi nha.